Greeting listeners and welcome to Pratchetville. I know it's been a while, but we're going to try to get back into it in a regular pace going forward. When last we left Hazel, Essence, and the Zeitgeist, they had encountered a strange trailer that had been recognized as the trailer home for the father of Hazel, known as Dallas Richard. Essence had entered the home only to find that it was filled with ink with a strange construct looking like the top half of Dallas's body sitting in the passenger seat. What's going to happen next? We'll find out.
If you enjoyed our shows, you should also be checking out the network we're a part of, the Fun Installers Network, whose promo will be playing next, and then we'll be on to the show.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. On the frontier of the internet is a new website being constructed called FunInstallersNetwork.com, where they install fun directly into your brain, where they do collaborations with other creators, such as video game reviews, podcast episodes, art galleries, and they even do little game master tips for you who like tabletop role-playing games. So make sure to go over to FunInstallersNetwork.com and tell them that this really cool radio guy sent ya. Now back to your regularly scheduled program, whatever it may be.
Greeting listeners and welcome to Pratchetville, our absurdia spin-off of fictional heroism. We're back with Hazel, Redacted, and the Zeitgeist as they confronted the most creepy thing at all you can find in the woods after seeing all kinds of other things. A busted pillar, a creepy man with a saw blade, drop bears. It's just a trailer in the woods filled with eldritch ink, much like what came out of one of the Zeitgeist in the last episode. That's right, I made one of the Zeitgeist ink. But yeah, they came across a strange trailer which Hazel recognized as the one that her dad, Dallas Richards, owned. And after some discussion, Redacted went into the trailer only to find it was filled with eldritch ink that was, oddly enough, wrapping around them and giving them some sort of simulacrum of a human body. And I believe we left off with you having two questions still to ask.
Oh, shit, I forgot about those. What role was it? Was it an assess situation? Was it assess reality?
Yeah, I believe it was assess reality.
Okay, wow. Oh my goodness, I should have had this pulled up ahead of time. Hang on, give me just a second while I pull up the questions.
Oh, and that was another thing you saw in there, is you saw what basically seemed to be out of the ink, the upper body of Dallas Richards, vaguely, in his shape, in the front of the trailer.
Right. Okay. Do you remember what my first question was that I asked?
Oh, you didn't ask any yet.
Oh, okay.
As the teaser, you got just the basic info you got before you asked the question, which was you now have a body made out of ink.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, this is the wrong Google Drive. That's why. Okay, you know what? I can pull up my character sheet in a second. I have here... Okay, here it says reality. Okay, so there's the obvious one of if there are any dangers we haven't noticed. But I feel like the answer to that is just going to be yes. Many. So I think I want to ask what here is not what it appears to be.
Oh, that's actually a good one. Because I think as you're looking around, you're piecing together that whatever this ink is, it's forming around you, the body. You're looking around, you're trying to figure out what's going on. You start to hear voices in your head. But it's low. It's really kind of quiet. It's this muttering and this arguing. And I think you get the sense that it feels familiar. It kind of feels like when you were talking to Dallas and he sent you out of the. It's kind of like that sense that you, when you first got absorbed into the ink, you're having that sense again, but you're still more in control. Your hands are moving as you are, and you're just hearing these voices, and they seem to just be arguing. And it's like, we should stop them. No, we should run. We should take over the town. We should let him go. No, he is what makes us have a voice. And there's this general disagreeing going on as these voices are just muttering to themselves. And you get the sense that whatever happened to you has happened to a lot of people, and they're in this eldritch ink, this thing that's causing everything is just this collation of all these other spirits, souls, minds, whatever you became, and it's like a hive mind.
Damn.
Even as you look at the figure, you would hear like the loudest voices coming from the figure that looks like Dallas Richard. And those seems to be the ones arguing we should let him go. No, we can't let him go. He's what's giving us a voice. He's what's giving us power. And I will say the voices they're saying it. The ones that are saying, arguing up there are afraid.
They sound afraid.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one thing you can tell. It's not what it appears to be. These aren't the actions of, as all powerful of all the things you've seen in this woods and what's happening. That's the really sad thing, is that these aren't people trying to take over. These are people. I think it kind of leans to what Dallas told you, that you need to get someone to talk them down. It's sort of, you're kind of picking. I think you're kind of picking up. This is why Dallas sent you out in the first place.
Okay.
That he recognized that his prisoners, they are not evil.
His prisoners or his captors?
His captors.
Okay.
And you have one more question, or were you going with the obvious?
I was not going with the obvious one. Let me think. So with the whole fear thing in mind, it actually kind of sets up the who or what is really in control here. But I think I want to go for what here is useful or valuable to me.
I'm going to answer that in a very interesting way.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you what is not here is useful or valuable to you.
Okay.
Because you're trying to listen to voices, and you notice something about the voices. None of them sound like the voice that attacked you.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Not just you, but another one of your friends have heard that voice in the last couple hours.
The one that attacked us, or this one?
You hit it on the head. Yeah. I feel like you're trying to figure out who's in control. You figured out that this trailer has not attacked you guys yet because the strongest voice is not in the room.
Like it's busy.
Yeah, it's separated from this. It's out in the world.
Okay.
But here's the thing. We're going to skip back to the others because Hazel, members of the Zeitgeist.
What?
Could you roll me a quick wits roll?
Wits roll. And that's 2D or D6s, right?
You have 2d6s plus your wit.
Okay. I forgot I needed physical dice for this. I'm going to roll one twice. Okay, I got a 3 in my wits.
Oh no! It's a 3 with plus the wits.
Yeah, I rolled 2 1s and then I have a 1 in wits.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I had to roll the same die twice because I forgot I needed actual dice, and mine's all put away at the current moment. So I have one on my desk.
Oh boy. And Eli, what do the zeitgeist roll?
The Zeitgeist rolls. My app restarted. Hold on.
Okay.
The Zeitgeist rolls a 7.
Okay.
Okay, so I think with the 3, as you guys are waiting to hear for Redacted to come back out, Hazel, you hear a noise behind you, anxious, annoying laughter just in time to get slimed.
Everything's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
And
She has her finger pointing up into the air and she goes, as a matter of fact, I believe that everything is hunky-dory. And she just continues on walking, just ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Mama,
and you take 1 harm as you're covered in black.
Mama, a girl behind you.
Take 1 harm, you said?
Yep, 1 harm, armor defeating. I don't remember if Absurdia has armor, but I'm just going to say it.
It does, I believe.
Probably not. She just has a trench coat.
And I think because of this, you guys hear Hazel speaking up, and it was T who I made ink last time, wasn't it?
Is who?
I remember I made someone throw up ink, or they kind of exploded. They their clothes just kind of had like an explosion of ink out of their clothes.
I think that was T.
As the 5 of you turn, this spooky, ghostly version of this young man with wild red hair, glowing red eyes, the specter just kind of like slams into T, taking 1 harm as it absorbs some of the eldritch ink that's all splattered through your clothing into its person, coming into a running start. And it's skeletal in nature because you've inked, but you haven't inked enough to make a human being. I know that's a sentence no one ever wanted to know.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's running.
I feel moistened by that. I don't like it.
Are you moistened?
Yeah, I'm moistened.
What? That is a sentence I never thought was going to be said on the show, and now I don't know how to react. But yeah, now you see this skeletal figure, and it is running for a beeline for the trailer. What do you do?
That.
I believe because of how the zeitgeist works, he is knocked out.
Okay, yeah. Shit.
Oh yeah, if you took 1 harm.
Oh, the others are just like standing there like, what the fuck? Like that long drawn out fuck is transferring between the 3 of them. like it is one smooth fuck of 3 coursed individuals.
I will also say, as this happens, your group mind actually feels an invasion for a second. There's like just a thought, an invasive thought of anger, vengeance, destruction.
Okay, I need a gun. Oh fuck, I don't.
Wait, you need a gun? I have a wrist rocket, and it does all sorts of wonderful things. Would you like to use it?
You know what? Good enough. Go get him, kid. And I just point this individual that I just met at the skeleton goo.
This skeleton ghoul man that has really high cheekbones.
Yeah. I'm just like, go get that strangely European man. Go.
Is this somebody who is trying to harm us? Because I can absolutely shoot it in its face.
Yeah.
It is.
Go get him.
Okay. She goes, wrist rocket, activate. And she does this circle in the air. And then she points it at the skeleton goo guy and shoots it.
All right. It looks like you're going to fight for your life. So I need a 2d6 plus pluck.
Okay. 6 plus 7 plus what? 6.
These YouTubers are really just out here pointing a child at the problem.
And that's how you make another YouTuber. If you traumatize them enough, they get funny.
Uh-huh.
Well, of a 6, I think. Oh, I know what to do with this, and I hate this. I hate this. I think you fire this wrist rocket at him, and he kind of tumbles to the side, and he whips out a tentacle of goo around Hazel's arm, and just keeps taking off running and just pulling Hazel behind him and dragging them through the grass. And you take one more.
Can she take out her pen and try to stab it, the thing that is holding onto her wrist? And you said take 1 harm?
Yep, take 1 harm. And you can. And remember, you do have essence that you can mark to help out on a roll, to roll an additional dice and discard the lowest. And your essence is imagination, so you can do all kinds of bullshit.
Okay, so she's gonna... Let's see. I gotta see what I've got again. I don't even remember what I have. Okay. So she's gonna take out the pen that she has in her little trench coat pocket, like in the front breast pocket. She's gonna spin it around on her fingers, and in the air, she is going to draw like a really large sawed-off shotgun, and then press her fingers to her temple and try to make it become an actual thing.
Okay. All right. Okay. And you are using your essence to push it, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think for this, your goal is to free yourself, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I think for this, this is going to be an embrace chaos roll, actually, because you are channeling the eldritch power of ink to try to fight against this ink tentacle. I feel like this works for that. The 3d6 plus chaos, and then you drop the lowest.
Okay. 8 plus what was the modifier?
Chaos.
Chaos. So 9.
All right. Okay. To embrace chaos, you can choose one of the following, and I get to choose in second.
Okay.
When you contend with a source of a traffic power, roll plus chaos. On a 10 plus, choose 2 from the list below. On a 7 or 9, you choose one, and the GM chooses one.
Okay.
You gain a clear understanding of the power's source, effects, and no motives, if any. You quell the power's effect or fan its flame. You briefly wield this power's effect. You subvert this power to achieve your ends, take +1 forward. You inflict or heal 1 harm on a nearby target, or you mark or erase 1 essence.
So I would probably want you subvert this power to achieve your ends, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That sounds like a good one.
And what I'm going to choose is you briefly wield this power's effect.
Okay.
Because I feel what happens in this is you do this, you draw this shotgun in the air, and you're focusing on it, and you're close, since you're being pulled by an old acquaintance, and you're focusing to get away from it. I feel like as you're doing this, your hands become a little furrier.
Okay.
Your nose becomes a little bit farther from your face. And you're briefly, for the moment, you have not reverted, but Zeitgeist basically sees you turn into a cartoon female weasel. So you're not quite who you were before. You're Hazel. You're still Hazel, but you're Hazel. You're not Hazel the human. You're Hazel the weasel.
Okay.
He's a weasel.
As you form this shotgun, and it shoots down into the ink and tears apart the tentacle as you kind of fall to the ground.
All right.
And you get +1 forward on your next move.
I'm starting to think it might be safer in the trailer.
Yeah, shouldn't have taken over my school bus that was my hideout, you big jerk.
Also, you have a shotgun lying on the ground.
Yeah, she's gonna toss it to, what was it, T? Be like, here you go. I got you a gun.
T is down, so it'll be another member of one of the members of the Zeitgeist because T got inked and fell and is unconscious.
Right.
Cordy would come over to you.
Okay. That works. Either one. Whoever is physical, she's like, there's a shotgun now for you. There you go.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Thanks, child.
Yeah. I drew it for you. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, you did great.
Now we can fight this thing together. Let's kill it.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna shotgun?
I'm gonna say just use the Monster of the Week stat, so it's gonna be 2 harm.
Okay. Brother, you're not gonna believe this.
Oh no, what happened?
I rolled 12. I rolled 2 6s.
Oh well.
Nice.
And what's your pluck?
A 0.
Okay, yeah, all right. That's gonna be a fight for your life. As you raise up the shotgun, how do you shoot at this thing? I guess is the first question.
I don't know how
Narrate me this awesome sauce.
I don't know how else to describe it other than like the look a hunter gets when that like really good buck shows up, like that target buck shows up and you have a tag and it is in season and you're just like, oh yeah, brother, we're eating good tonight. Like that is the exact vibe that is occurring here.
Oh, okay. So you take aim, you shoot, and you get to choose an extra effect because you got 10 plus. And you have the options of inflict +1 harm, suffer less harm, gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to another character, take something from them, or force them where you want them.
I'm gonna do another harm.
All right. So you just kind of take aim and you fire in the back of this creature thing, and you knock it off forward as the Eldritch ink kind of like sprays off of the spirit as it howls and it looks back in your direction, and it just starts snarling. It's like, why are you stopping me? We deserve to live. I deserve to win. And it's gonna fly right at Corey.
Bro, you're goo.
Well, the goo is gone. It's the spirit now.
He's a spirit of goo.
Like you literally shucked the physicality off of him.
I love that. Cordy is going to hand off the shotgun to Lucas. And is gonna try and like kind of roll out of the way of the guy.
Yeah. That fits. Okay, that sounds like it's going to be a save your skin, because those going to be 2 plus wits, because you're taking advantage of an opening.
Oh no. That's gonna be a 6, chef.
Every once in a while, I really wish Quinn Majeski would let us take experience and failures.
Right.
Cordy, I got some bad news.
Oh god. Goodbye, Cordy.
You guys see this spirit just kind of slam into Cordy and disappear. And Cordy stands up straight suddenly.
Oh god.
Starts cracking their neck, swinging it back and forth. Like, it's kind of like someone like getting used to wearing a new suit or a new set of bones and skin and muscle. Cordy turns to you guys with the reddest eyes, the wiliest grin, and you all hear in your head the just like the sickest laugh. Cordy's body also does this as the entity known as Doom is now part of a separate hive mind than the one that they wanted, but it's going to be kind of useful now because I think in this instance, while he is possessing Cordy, the Zeitgeist is going to have -1 to wit because you have this invasive voice in your hive.
Okay.
And I think we're gonna hop back quickly. I think actually, you know what? I think we need to hop back quickly to Essence because you just heard a shotgun go off outside and maniacal laughter. What do you do?
I'm in danger. So I think it had every plan of going back out and being like, so hey guys, we got to be quick about this. Danger's not here right now, but it will be soon. And then the shotgun goes off, and then there's like a shout, and it's like, oh, okay, this is fine. And now it has to make a very important decision, which is a very easy decision, but it's about whether or not to just exit through the other side of the trailer and keep going, or try and help the people they just met. And there is some deliberation here. But it goes back out the front. And I think we'll probably try and get low to the ground before it comes out, or maybe like exit through below the trailer just to like, oh, it won't see me coming kind of thing, and just...
Ghost.
Yeah?
I need you to roll something.
Oh, God. Okay.
You currently have a makeshift body. Sounds like you may have to that sounds like a source of entropic power. So I'm going to need you to embrace chaos.
All right.
To exit the goo.
Oh no, the goo's got a hold of me. Okay, what is my bonus for this? How much does chaos want to help me in this moment? Okay, where are you? There we are. Oh, okay. That's a +2 for chaos. That's not bad, certainly. Alright, let's go. And that is an 8. That's a solid 8.
On the dice or with the +2?
With the +2. The 8 total.
Alright. Okay, then you get to choose one of the options, which is you gain a clear understanding of the power source, effects, and motives. You quell the power's effect or fan its flames. You briefly wield this power's effect. You subvert this power to achieve your ends. Take +1 forward. You inflict or heal 1 harm on a nearby target. Or you mark or erase 1 asset.
I would like to briefly wield this power's effect.
Okay.
Fight fire with fire, as they say. I can go through the front door at the worst, but something is out there, and if I can take a hold of this goop to maybe put whatever it is back in the goop temporarily, that'd be nice.
I think I'm going to take. Well, you said you're briefly wielding the power effect, right?
Yes.
I'm going to say the second thing is you subvert this power to achieve your ends, and as you turn towards the sound, so does the trailer. And everyone else just sees this trailer just kind of turn towards you. And I think you see through the trailer, and you have seen the back of and you start to see through the front of the trailer that is basically like the hood of the car and the lights, much like the busa pillar subverted into an insectoid face. And you see like one of your new friends down. You see another one laughing maniacally, but you also sense something around them. And you see another one with a shotgun, and you don't see Hazel, but you see a weasel wearing her clothes. What do you do?
So is it clear that Cordy is the one who's possessed?
Oh yeah, you can
Okay.
sense an aura around them.
Okay. Then I would like to I'll head up to like the front and just kind of like roll down the window, and I'll just reach my arm out the window and just like try and reach with the goop to, like, you know how magnets, if you have a big or a bunch of magnets and you put it towards a little magnet, the little magnet will get like sucked into the group of big magnet or the big group of magnets. I would like to try and do that with whatever is in Cordy. I just want to like lob out like a pseudopod of goop.
I just love this description.
And try and magnet grab what we don't want in Cordy and leave what we do. You let me know how well that goes and what I need to roll for it.
I think you do this, but I think with an 8, it works too well. You.
Oh, I thought this would be like a fight for your life or something.
Well, it will be in a second.
Okay. I magnet too much.
Because I think you actually pull you guys see the trailer bug literally coming over, and it just like pseudopod just like a frog shooting out its tongue, grabs Cordy and pulls him into the inside.
Fair enough.
And
does it get the thing out of Cordy? Cordy is just also in the bus now, or is it still in Cordy in the bus?
I think it does suck him. It sucks Cordy in, and you're trying to get the thing out of Cordy, and then you just see like the front of the trailer just starts to like this weird, and
oh my god,
it barfs out Cordy, this guy again, and then it barfs out a pile of black ink that, well, does Essence stand up?
oh my god, it barked me out too. Oh yeah, I am definitely gonna do what I perceive the action of standing up to be.
Yeah, so you see this black ink kind of like, I almost picture it less like standing up. It's almost more like it's flowing around and it's trying to follow your movement. So it's almost like it's literally like in that movie Roger Rabbit after the steamroller.
I'm unfamiliar with the reference.
Your body's kind of flapping around.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then then it just fills out.
Gotcha.
And then you see the man from before stand up, pantsless, clothesless.
Mm.
Now.
Hey, quick question for my fellow players. Would you perhaps say that I am terrifying you right now?
Just a bit, yeah.
No.
Okay. Sean, would you count this for my Dark Knight agenda? Mark experience when you protect someone even as you terrify them?
I would say yes. This does count as that.
Fuck yeah. Okay. I mean, I have something else I can do, but if we want to dip to other people for a sec, that is good with me.
Yeah. I think we're going to go to Hazel. The guy is much more human looking, but also naked. What do you do? As he stands up and he's...
Excuse me, sir, but you have no underpants on your no-no spots, and that needs to change. And she's gonna like throw her trench coat at him to kind of like be a distraction, and she's gonna try to shoot him with her wrist rocket again and be like, look, a distraction, as she points behind him.
Okay, I'm going to ask for this. Are you trying, is your goal to hurt him or to distract him?
Both.
Okay. Well, which one would you? Well, the reason why I asked, if you're trying to distract him, this sounds like a hoodwink versus a fight for your life.
Okay. Well, if I could do the hoodwink first and get him distracted, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And that one.
Also, you mark one experience too, by the way, Cass, because you did throw yourself and then put yourself in inexplicable danger for the fun of.
What are you talking about? That's like my normal day. Let's see. So on her plus cheek. Okay. Wow, a 10.
All right. Yeah, you throw the coat at him. He turns and he does like a cartoon. He hits him in the face, and he starts stumbling around. And it's like one of his arm when he tossed at him. He threw up an arm to catch himself, but it just manages to get into one of the sleeves. So he's like whipping it around, trying to get this trench coat off his arm. And I just realized something too, Eli. You should mark an experience too, because technically you did. I feel like shooting someone who's creeped you out. Shooting a man with a shotgun who's been a jerk counts as being petty.
Hell yeah. I love being petty.
And yeah, he is now distracted again.
So if someone wants to take that distraction and use whatever moves they have, they can. If not, I'm just going to shoot him with my wrist rocket again.
I can go in for a hit.
Okay.
I don't have any moves to help, but I am covered in goop. So yeah, I'm gonna try and hit him with the goop and see what happens.
Bro.
All right.
What would you consider this role to be?
I feel like this is going to be a fight for your life.
Hell yeah, it is.
Unless you're like trying to do some venom shit, then it might be an embrace chaos. I guess that's the question to me is, are you trying to like venom him, or are you just trying to actually, now that you got a fist, you're going to hit him?
I'm really mostly just slapping him with the goop because that seemed to help before, and whatever happens, happens. I don't think there's enough expectation in the situation to have like that much intent behind it.
Okay.
But I'm trying to do either like one of the two. I just don't have any idea which one's going to happen.
Okay, I think it's going to be a fight for your life.
Okay. Then in that case, that is an 8.
All right, on an 8.
Another 8. Oh my god.
Okay. So then you guys do harm upon each other.
Fantastic.
So I think you swing this round, you hit him in the face, and he swings around with one of his arms just turning into like a giant saw blade.
Uh-huh.
It kind of lunges out, and it's kind of funny because you kind of like slap him across the face and knock him off conscious just to see saw blades through your what would be your intestines if you were an actual person, but you're still technically a spirit and goo.
Gotcha.
So it kind of cuts through, and you're just like there's a brief moment where there's nothing between, and it just kind of splats down and connects again.
Okay.
And he is starting to look a little messed up. I believe this would be you using your. Oh yeah, he is messed up because you are messing with his. Because your ability is tainted presence, so it would be a 1 essence. So you're just seeing this black ink start to spread across his body as you've messed with his essence, and you're tainting him.
Mm.
And he kind of growls and howls at you, and I think roll me something about this doesn't feel right as you're tainting him.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to roll a assess reality, you can.
Okay, yeah, definitely. That's plus wit, so not my best stat, but we're going. That would have been great. That is a 7 on the dice. -1. It's a 6.
Okay. I think you know what? I am going I'm going to let you ask 2 questions.
I was hoping you wouldn't do this.
But I'm going to give you some information that's inaccurate.
Yep.
Get gaslit, motherfucker.
Right. I think a really fun question to get gaslit on are there any dangers I haven't noticed?
I think as you're watching this, as this black ink kind of like, it almost kind of like looks like it's drilling into his face and his eyes start to glow again. And you start to hear the trailer stomping hurriedly and it crashes into you from behind.
Do I take another harm because I got hit by a bus?
Well, I mean, you get hit by a trailer, but yeah, you do.